Welcome back, Galactic citizens, to a new episode of Star Wars Explained. Today we are going to talk about the Order of Dai Bendu. Legendary Order of Dai Bendu with Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker movie is canon, because their monastery was mentioned to be on planet Kijimi. This is Grand Moff Tarkin. I wish you a lovely day, and before we start today's topic, make sure to subscribe to our channel for future Star Wars content. Around 25,000 BBY, Jedi Order was succeeded by one of its splinter groups, the Holy Order of the Jedi Knights, which ended up associating with the newly formed Galactic Republic. Through that new order of Force users, some of the teachings and symbols that originated with the Dai Bendu were preserved for millennia. The Jedi notably endorsed the 8-rayed sign of the Bendu monks, a symbol of the Force binding all living things in the galaxy, having brandished that emblem during the unification wars that resulted in the founding of the Republic. The Jedi renegade Handor also drew on the Dai Bendu knowledge when he built his academy on planet Leto. Ultimately, Handor's controversial teachings led to the first great schism in the history of the Jedi. However, not all monks had merged with the growing number of Jedi in the first place, and the Dai Bendu order maintained its presence on Ando Prime very long after the departure of the Toyor. At some point between 3643 and 3640 BBY, in the middle of the Galactic War, a delegation of Bendu monks traveled through the core worlds, escorting a casket that contained a meditating Bendu master. Opportunities to study Bendu artifacts were rare, which prompted certain citizens of the Republic to approach the monks and ask for information. Many centuries flew past, and during the height of the Republic, the Order of Dai Bendu had been largely forgotten. Its name only appeared in a few crumbling history discs, and while several historians rightfully suspected that the Bendu monks were one of the original incarnations of the Jedi Order, they never found any evidence to support their claim. In his time, the Sith Lord Darth Plagueis, master of the famous Palpatine, was among the few individuals who possessed texts devoted to the Order of Dai Bendu and other early Force-centered groups such as the followers of Palava or the Chatos Academy. The fifth and the last day of the Galactic Standard Week had also been named Bendu Day, sharing its name with the ancient monastic order. Despite the general lack of academic knowledge about them, the Bendu monks still occupied a monastery in the mountains of planet Kijimi around the time of the Naboo crisis in 32 BBY, when they were led by the high priest Ten Abu Donba. Far to the south of the monastery, modern cities had been established in recent decades. To suit the needs of modern life, a giant pump station and large pipeline had been built to carry water from its source, the lakes and glaciers of the Kijimi city. In order to entertain the thousands of workers who worked on the city, the pumping station and the pipeline pod races were held annually along the access road around the mountain. The high priest Donba himself served as an honorary starter for those races, under the warm cheers and acclamations of the public. By 27 ABY, much had happened in the galaxy. The Millennial Republic had been replaced by the authoritarian Galactic Empire, which in turn had been toppled by a group of rebels after 23 years of tyranny. A new republic had been founded, and a vast collection of documents designed to be exhaustive was created. That Neo-Republican database, however, knew nothing of the Bendu monks' influence over the birth of the Jedi Order. Its files assumed that the details of the origins of the Jedi had been lost in time, speculating that the Order had emerged sua sponte at the same time as the original Galactic Constitution in 25,053 BBY. So my fellow galactic citizens, with that being said, let me know what do you think about Order of the Dai Bendu and their influence on Jedi teachings, and if you liked content for today, don't forget to click thumbs up for this video to support our channel. I thank you all for your kind support, and until next time, may the Force be with you always.